Welcome back. So we're back for episode 2. Sunny,
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I couldn't wait to talk to your dumb ass all week.
Oh my god. We saw each other every day.
Yeah, honestly. So we have a few new subjects we want to touch on. Mainly stuff that gets Sunny talking because I want to hear the stupid shit that goes into your brain. I just want to hear
smarter than you.
What Gen Z brain is like. So I looked up on TikTok because I'm a 30-year-old on TikTok. Don't ask me. Dude, I like to have fun. And TikTok is fun.
And I'm Gen Z.
Yeah. But there's a lot of millennials on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's even fucking older generations on TikTok, and they shouldn't be on there. I think I'm the cutoff. Yeah, my dad sends me TikToks, and my mom sometimes sends me TikToks.
That's the thing, though. TikTok. That's what I like about TikTok, though, is that as you watch, that's for you. That all that stuff is what you like.
Yeah.
So no matter the age you are, it's gonna show you things that you like to watch. Yeah.
Are you gonna be sad when they take it away, or if they take it away?
They won't take it away. I will move to China.
To China.
I will move somewhere that TikTok is available.
Really?
Yes.
You'd be pretty bummed then, huh?
Yeah, that's the only I have every social media. That's the only social media platform I use.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I use Instagram.
I'll be at work and on TikTok.
TikTok, yeah. I know. Because you'd be sending me
TikToks.
You have 12 notifications from Sunny today. I'm like, geez, dude, fucking do your job.
Hey, all weekend? No, not in the weekend. Last week, you were sending me a bunch of TikToks.
Yeah, I was on there. I'm not going to lie. So am I. I'm on there a lot. But anyways, on TikTok for a while now, I've been hearing the word the ick. What is the ick?
The ick is like if you do something and it kind of grosses me out, or not grosses me out, but I'm turned off. And I'm like, no, I that was kind of
the ick.
You kind of pissed me off a little, like that.
So in reference to dating.
It could really mean for anybody, but I guess it's more used for dating.
Okay. Because if you have the ick with somebody, then you don't want to date them. That's what I understand when I see people using it in the context. I'm using context clues if I'm in middle school reading again. The ick is something that is kind of a deal breaker for you. He gave me the ick.
Well, no, it's not a deal breaker because
you can get past it.
You can get past it. But then it'll always kind of bother you.
I guess, yeah. So, what is your biggest ick that you've come across? And you don't have to say just what is an ick that's God damn, I can't see past that.
I don't know. It's because it could be just little things of how somebody talks or the face that they make, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
No?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And see, that's crazy because I saw one that was if his mom is still alive, that's an ick.
I saw
and
that
I was
one.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's still alive? What do you mean? And then later, the guy stitched in, he's like, I have to kill my mom. That's crazy to me. So the ick can be anything, even face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're it even a facial expression or something, you talking about something, or it's a normal facial expression for that person, but they keep doing it. It's kind of it gives me the ick.
That's pretty fucked up. Well,
it's not common for me to get the ick, but when I get the ick, I'm like, oh shoot, I got the ick. That's kind of gross.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I figured out what the ick is. Now, one more that I need is girl math.
I love girl math.
What is girl math?
Girl math is, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So the other day, I found money in my pocket. Okay. And that I lost 2 months ago. It was in January.
Happens. I love when that happens.
I put it in my pocket, in my jacket, my going out jacket. Uh-huh. And so I left it somewhere, and I was looking for this money everywhere. My pants, my backpack, my car, everywhere. And I was like, maybe I just spent it and I don't remember. Mm-hmm. 2 months later, I get paid. I put the jacket back on, and I find it in my pocket. I just made that money back.
No, you didn't.
No, I made that money back because I lost it.
You...
No.
What?
You can't convince me otherwise.
What? You made the money? No, I just
made that money. It's free money.
It's You made it. Yeah, you made it originally, but like you didn't make it again.
I made it again because I initially didn't have it. Well, I had it and then I didn't have it and then I got it again, so it added to my money.
My brain hurts. Hold on. You had it and then you still had it. Would you?
No, but I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
Shit.
Because I didn't. It was gone forever. And then all of a sudden I just had more money.
Is that weird that I kind of understand girl math? I don't like it, and
but
I don't think
it makes sense.
Okay,
but like if I buy something, like if I buy 2 outfits at the mall, and I bring one back and I actually return it, I made that money.
No.
Mm-hmm. No, I made that money because I lost that money, and then I got it back, but I didn't have it, and I wasn't gonna have it back. And also the thing is that I don't return a lot of stuff even if I don't use it. So I made money.
I'm just going to make a public service announcement. The U.S. education system has failed us bad.
That's the thing though, is that I didn't know girl math was a thing because I've always thought about that. And I'm like, oh, I made that money back. Like I've always thought that. And when it came up on TikTok and it blew up and every girl was like, no, yeah, that's right. Like you're right. You're making the money back. I was like, oh shit. Like,
oh my God.
Like that's what I do too.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about our future here. My daughters are gonna be doing girl math,
and I'm gonna teach them girl math.
There's probably gonna be something worse by then. I don't know if you're gonna be able to babysit. Just letting you know now.
I didn't learn this from like Stephanie or something. It just came into my head and I'm like, oh, I made that money back.
Yeah, Stephanie, by the way, is her dumbass cousin. Stephanie, if
who
you're watching,
almost burned down my house.
Oh yeah, she's the one. We didn't shout her out because I was like, well, that's kind of messed up.
But she told us she didn't.
She's like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, Stephanie almost burned down Sonny's house. In the last episode, if you watched the last episode, it was Stephanie that was baking some chicken or some shit.
No, we were making bruschetta. That bruschetta is really good. But now I can't make it.
Well, no. You were making bruschetta with the side of fire extinguisher powder.
Yes.
That's
disgusting.
We
still tried to eat it. It didn't survive.
Yeah, we were pretty upset. But anyways, we didn't want to. But I guess if she's okay with this telling her stories, I have plenty of other ones.
Oh my God.
Not for this episode. We'll take it easy on her. I think
maybe she has to come so we can make fun of her in person.
And what is your opinion on having guests on the podcast?
I don't mind it.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to buy another fucking microphone because I'm not buying.
Oh my God! No, we can share.
Just pass it. Dude. Are you next? Oh, you want to talk? No, okay. Anyways, yeah, I think it would be cool to have guests.
Yeah,
eventually.
Yeah.
Eric's here. Eric, say something to the folks.
Hi.
Oh, that's Eric. Did you hear him? He's adorable. You can't see him. Mostly because he's making sure that we're recording. Are we doing good? Is it registering here on the GarageBand?
Yeah, everything's good.
Recording the whole time.
Okay, I just want to make sure because if I'm just worried that this is gonna be like we're gonna get like 30
to
minutes in. It's gonna happen to us eventually.
Yeah,
we're gonna
it will
get
happen
like
at some point.
30 minutes in, and we're like, you know what? The video wasn't recording, the audio wasn't recording, or some bullshit. We got lucky on the first episode, but hopefully it doesn't happen for a good long time, and then we'll just kind of get over it when it does. But anyways, I have another subject, not a subject, but a question that I love. I'm a big fan of superheroes, always been. Right, I'm a comic book nerd. I obviously check it out. This isn't even my cup, but Black Panther.
Oh my God, that's my cup.
If you're just listening, I'm drinking out of a Black Panther cup.
That's my cup.
Well, it doesn't have your name on it, so it's mine. Okay, so this is the question that I love asking people. If you could have any superpower, but it had to be completely pointless, like it's not going to advance your life. Like obviously, if you could fly, there's a point to that. Because you don't have to ever get a flight to Las Vegas to go to EDC again, right? I'm sure that's the first thing that crossed your head. This time. Yeah. So, no, it has to be pointless. Like it doesn't. You know what pointless means? Why the fuck am I trying to explain what pointless means? It's just a random superpower that a normal human does not contain right now or does not possess right now. Can you think of one?
Give me an example.
Okay, I'm going to tell you mine.
Okay.
I have two. No, you know what? I have one. And this is one that I always used.
And it's pointless.
And it's pointless. But you know what? I have a story that maybe might convince you that I might be a superhero.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't make the rules. God gave me this, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh my God.
Anyways, okay. My superpower for this one would be I could trip babies with my mind. Honestly, like because sometimes you see like a bad little kid fucking running across and you're like, God, somebody fucking stop that kid, right? I'm sorry to say it, but nobody's gonna say that out loud, but everybody thinks that. Like if you see a kid running in the restaurant, you're like, oh my God, somebody tripped that fucking kid right now. And or honestly,
like those videos on TikTok that I keep sending you where the kid like gets hit with the ball because they're acting up or something.
Yeah. You're just like, okay, that kid kind of got what's coming to his ass. And honestly, like it's funny. And I thought maybe my idea of that will change when I became a father, and it hasn't. And I don't care. And as long as it doesn't happen to my kids.
God.
I want to fucking boom, drop a baby. Did you see that shit? Like that would have been so dope. So I have a story. This is probably like the first time we talked about this question was with a friend of mine. We were both working at Verizon in the mall. Mm-hmm. And we worked at those kiosks. We were those fucking annoying people that are like, sir, what service provider do you have? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Wait, let me talk to you for a second. Wait, hold on. Let me see your phone. What kind of... That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
You were that guy.
I was him. I am him, like the kids say.
Hey, your friends kept trying to sell to me, and I'm like, I'm just here to see my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're fucking... Like, back in the day, now they're kind of a little more tamed. I think there's probably rules.
They don't come out of the kiosk anymore.
I think the mall changed the rules that you can't try to, like, force somebody to stop.
Yeah, because even, like, the hair people that give you, like, the samples and stuff, they just... If you say no, they don't, like, try to follow you down the whole aisle.
Because we used to get aggressive. Like, super aggressive. Anyways, that's not even the point of why I'm talking about this, but I digress. We were asking this question. It was late, and we were like, okay, well, you know, kind of just bringing up fake scenarios and stuff, like stupid things that guys like talk about. But that's the one I brought up. I said, okay, if you could have that power or a power that was pointless, which one would you have? And people were saying like, you know what, like I don't want to be able to fly, but I want to like fly like a chicken. You know how chickens can like jump and like they get like a fucking little double jump. Yeah. And it's like, I wouldn't play basketball or anything. I just want to be able to double jump. And I'm like, okay, I guess that counts. Mine, I brought up the kid thing. I'm like, I hate when kids are running and nobody's trying to stop them. I wish I could trip a kid, right? And they're like, oh my God, why the hell would you want that, right? And so we kind of talk about it. I like touched on it, and then it like we just kept going. It was like the closing shift, so we were like closing, and there was a kid, and we could see him running, like he came from the food court. And then he kept running and running towards like JCPenney. Yeah. It's Yellow Vista Mall. So you kind of like running. He was running, and I told my boy Caesar, and I was like, "Hey," and I pointed at the kid, and I'm like, right, and then they laughing, and the kid fucking falls.
Oh my God.
He eats shit. Like as soon as I did this, and then we both looked at each other like, what happened? And then I fucking like. I did that just to make sure, like, you know what I mean? I was like, do I have a fucking spider bite somewhere? Yeah. I did it.
And you truly believe that
I've never done it since because obviously,
just in case.
Yes, I'm responsible with my superpower. So I don't want to trip a baby if they don't deserve it.
Oh my God.
But I tripped the shit out of that baby. And it was awesome. So, long story, but that is a type of superpower that is pointless.
Oh my God.
So what would you want?
Well, I can't have that one because I work at a school with little kids. So,
yeah.
Man, I don't know. I have never thought of a pointless superpower before.
This is great.
That's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah, I would have to think about that.
Come on, bro. All right. Well, let me see. Let me think of another one. I would want to never have to eat again. You know what I mean? You could eat for fun,
but like you don't have to if you
like you
don't have to.
You don't need to survive. Like you can just
yeah.
And it's I guess it's no, but you know what? There's a point to that because you're saving a fuckload of money. You're saving a hell of a lot of time.
I don't think I'd be able to do it though because I like food.
No, I'm saying like you could eat for fun, right?
Yeah.
Like you can like if you really want a steak, like you could eat it, but you're not hungry.
Yeah.
You're just eating because that's what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to skip a meal, like honestly, like that would be cool.
I mean, yeah, that would be cool because there are some days where I'm like, fuck, I know I have to eat, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Yes, but there's a point to that. You know what I mean? It's to like save money and save time. And you know, groceries are expensive. And you don't know what groceries are. You fucking DoorDash everything.
I don't DoorDash everything. I go and get my food.
You DoorDash pick up everything.
And you know what? When I used to order Uber Eats a lot, it was for you too. So
you know what? My life has changed.
So is mine. I drive to go get my food now.
Oh wow. Well, you know, I guess things have gotten better for us.
Yeah.
We're growing up. But yeah, when we were both working full time at our job together, we were just like, you want to DoorDash some chicken wings or what?
We used to spend a lot of money.
And honestly, like, I think that's just the reason why I got like out of control of my weight. Because I was just like, let's just eat out. McDonald's, Burger King, like what has free delivery.
It's so convenient too. And like where we work, everything was so close. Like everything that we wanted to eat was so close. Or like even like the mall's not that far away. Like the fountains is not that far away. Like we could have just gone and got like Chipotle or like, but we decided to Uber Eats everything. Yeah. Even the McDonald's is down the street.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic of us, to be honest. And we would just be like, nah, I don't want to get in the car. Just let somebody else get in the car that's further than me and bring it to me.
My like thought to that is that we're giving somebody else some money. We're helping somebody else out.
Honestly, if we didn't do it, somebody else would. Yeah. That's kind of bullshit. I think you're just trying to make yourself feel better.
I'm trying to make myself feel better.
We were pieces of shit back then that we just didn't want to. We could have walked.
We were giving somebody some money to help us out too.
Oh wow, yeah,
they got those $2.
You're a philanthropist.
And the tip.
I mean? You're generous. Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I was a good tipper.
Anyways, were you?
I was.
To be honest, I was. You know how they give you 4 options?
Oh yeah.
Like the lowest option.
It's like 10%, 15, and 20.
I think like on the app it says like.
Oh no! It was like $2, $3, or $4 or something like that.
Right. Well, it just depends on how much food you bought, but it was like okay, good, great, and then awesome.
Oh yeah.
I was just above okay. Like I'm like I don't want people to think I'm a piece of shit, but I don't want to spend that much money either. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of where most people stand as far as tipping.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I'm a good tipper, but like if they're not like if I'm out at a restaurant and they are not giving me good service, I'm not gonna give you 20%.
No.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're most still gonna of the time, tip though? I give 20%. Yeah. No, yeah, I will never not tip. All right. Unless they're like you're gonna cancel your ass. Like how they did it with Mom when they snatched the ticket from her hand.
Oh shit, that was crazy. Yeah. I forgot about that.
If it was like that and they're being rude or stuff like that, then yeah, I won't tip you. But I've never had that problem.
Tell that story. Dude, you don't you like on the PlayStation. On the PlayStation, like memory unlocked.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that.
So we went to where did we go? Oh, I don't remember.
It was far, like in Texas. Like we went east. Well, we didn't go that far, but we get like at least 3-4 hours away.
Right?
Yeah. Anyways.
And we went to this. We're at the cemetery. We're installing, and so we're looking up restaurants nearby because we didn't want to wait the 4 hours to come back to El Paso. Mm-hmm. And we found like this. It was like a steakhouse or something, right? But it was small.
Yeah, it was like a little. It said steakhouse, but like it wasn't like a. It
wasn't like a fancy one. It was just like a.
Yeah. It was nice. It was okay.
And so our salads came with our meals, with me and yours, and we didn't want ours, so we said, all right, well, we'll take the salads, but we'll give it to our parents.
Right.
And so our parents get up and they go and get their salads, and then they come back, and we tell the waitress like, oh, we gave them ours. Mm-hmm. And she didn't say anything.
Yeah, right. She didn't say anything.
She didn't tell us there was a problem. She didn't say anything. So whatever. We get our steaks. We all eat. My mom asked for the check. And my mom was like, hey, you charged us for the 2 salads. And the waitress was like, yeah, because you guys got salads. And we told her, no, we gave them ours. Mm-hmm. Like, we just didn't get we just handed it to them.
Right.
And she was like, oh, well, we don't allow that.
Yeah.
And mom was like, well, you saw us eating it and you didn't tell us anything. Like we would have been able to explain like, oh, we took theirs because I wasn't going to finish it.
Right. And she saw like there was only 2 salad plates on the table.
Because we were just like me, you and Eric were just chilling there and mom and dad were the only ones eating.
Yeah, they went to the salad bar. Mind you, it's a salad bar too. It's not like somebody prepared it for
like they went and got
a salad.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a great like thing. They just had like, it was just like a standard.
It was just like a basic salad bar. And well, so yeah, she called over. My mom was like, oh, well, let me speak to somebody about it because I need to be able to fix this. Like, this is like, you should have told us at the beginning.
Wait, but I think you kind of skipped some because it didn't get like to that far where like mom went like full, like Karen, like, let me see your supervisor.
No,
it was kind of like the lady was just like giving
no,
flack.
Well, like, I can't change it. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. She was being rude.
Yeah. And then we were like, well, we didn't even know, you know what I mean? Like, is there any way like you could probably like fix it for us? Or... And then the lady was just straight up like, no. We can't do that. We can't do that.
She's like, yeah, we don't allow that, and we're not gonna do that.
And then my mom, right? She asked nicely,
but she did ask for somebody to talk to nicely. Like my mom wasn't being like, no, let me speak to your supervisor. She wasn't being a Karen at the time. She's a Karen sometimes.
Every once in a while, we have to like kind of like dial her back. Like, hey,
because sometimes it's because she's in a bad mood, and then like she kind of like gets
but
there.
We're all kind of guilty of that because we all have really bad attitudes. Like. Not attitudes, but we have tempers. Like even Eric. Eric's probably the most calm one, but I think I would still consider Eric to have a temper. And
I went into Karen mode recently too. I got to tell that story.
Yeah, maybe for another episode, or maybe right now we have time. But anyways, so she was calm. We kind of like, hey, we were like, we could tell. So we didn't like intervene because my mom was just like, well, let me talk to somebody, and it's fine, like if they can explain it or something, because it's not even written on the menu.
Yeah, because it didn't say like. We couldn't pass our salads over.
It just said this meal comes with a salad. So we were like, okay, I don't want the salad. But what I could have done is
we should have gone to get it, and then given it to them.
And then like, here, eat my salad, which is like the same shit pretty much we did, except like they went
to get it because we didn't know what they wanted.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay, so we explained, and she was just like not like...
She was not being helpful.
At all. Yeah, so
and
my mom...
You could tell she was just getting like... She was getting to the point where she was going to like start being crazy. So we were just like, oh, okay, just ask for somebody. Uh-huh. And so the girl, my mom was like, she's like, hands her the receipt.
Yeah, she's like, here, talk to somebody. Please send somebody. Like, hands the receipt.
And then the girl just like snatched it from her hand.
She
like,
did.
Rude. Like, we all were like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she like, and did like that turn. And she's like, fine. And she turned, right? Or she said, okay. Something like, you know what I mean?
And that's when mom went off.
Yeah. And so my mom was like, excuse me, young lady. And I was like, whoa.
And the lady was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like she knew she fucked up.
Yeah. It's because I think like another person may have not said anything. They would have just been like, wow, that was rude.
Yeah.
But my mom...
I don't think she was Also, it was a small town that we were in. So she probably just didn't think like
maybe people were just used to that shit there. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, my mom was like, excuse me. And my mom, she has the lungs on her. You know what I mean? Yeah. She can raise her voice. And she's not mean. She's just firm. You know what I mean? And it's what makes her a pretty good mom, in my opinion. I'm kissing my mom's ass because I'm afraid she's like listening and she's going to yell at us. But no, she's firm. So she can raise her voice if she needs to. And she raised her fucking voice. Yeah. And so we were like, oh, shit.
And all of us turned to each other like, oh, man, like she fucked up.
Yeah. And so and then she's like, now I need to speak to somebody above you and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, oh, shit.
And the manager was as incompetent as the waitress was.
Yeah. And my dad the whole time was just laughing. Like sitting there laughing, kind of nervous. But then he's kind of like, hey, can I also get a box to go?
Oh, yeah, because none of us finished our steaks.
It wasn't even that good of food.
Yeah,
either.
It wasn't. But also, once that happened, we're like, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Let's get the hell out of here. So, yeah, in that particular situation, we didn't tip. Like, we were like,
she left a penny.
Oh, she left a penny.
She left it because it's more insulting to leave a penny than to leave no tip.
Honestly, like, good on my mom.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And she put it on the card, too.
She's like, boom. 1 cent. That was pretty dope. But anyways, it's hard to do that though. It's hard to kind of pick your battles because it's either you're taking it too far, you're a Karen, and in some cases, you kind of do need to stick up for yourself because if you don't,
then you're just gonna like people,
step all over you.
And she probably could think that she could do that to somebody else.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? I got away with it already, and she probably did.
She probably did,
which is why she thought she could do it again.
Yeah, and the manager. Well, she wasn't even the manager. She's like, the manager's not here, so I'm the one in charge. Because I remember her thinking, like, she was even scared of mom too because she saw what happened.
Yeah, I was scared of mom.
Mom was pissed.
Yeah, even Eric, and I'm gonna put Eric on blast a little bit, but in like a little bit of like
as Eric was like what, 8?
Yeah, he was younger. He's gonna be 14 next week. Aww. Happy birthday! Now we'll tell you happy birthday in the next episode. Cancel that. Happy birthday. We'll tell you next time. Anyways, but whenever Eric is like in like a kind of a
like a
shaky,
stressful
situation, like you can see it in his eyes. He's kind of learning how to like deal with.
He gets a little spazzy.
He was like, Eric was trying to hide under the table. And honestly, like, so were we, but on the inside. But Eric was still kind of young, and this is like the first time this shit happened.
Yeah, because my mom, we go out to eat a lot, or we used to go out to eat a lot. And my mom has never been like that unless she needs to.
But that was like our tradition because we would go do an installation out of town. And we would go eat afterwards. We would take the whole family.
Yeah.
And then
if it was more than 4 hours, we would take it.
You're like, yo, let's make this a trip. So like it was like a work vacation type deal. So we would go eat out wherever we were, kind of ask like the client that was there at the time, like, hey, where's a good place to eat? Yeah. We're from El Paso.
And that one time we didn't meet the client at the cemetery.
No, we didn't. But we were just like Googled something like nearest, because we wanted steak. So it was like nearest steakhouse. And that's the one that came up. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy situation, but it was a good time. Eric, I need you to look up how many people died from a coconut hitting them on the head last year. What? I heard that people die from this.
Oh yeah, yeah. It hits your head.
What?
Yeah.
But it's just like a coconut, like it's.
But that like from where it's like that coconut hurts. If it just falls on your head, it hurts.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I never had it like hit my head, but like a coconut's hard in itself, and it won't break if it hits your head. It'll just hit your head.
I feel like you're lying.
It happens.
Gen
and
Z,
it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.
I feel like you're capped right now.
Oh my god, Eric, look it up. Hurry up.
It says
what's that?
That there was roughly 150 fatalities.
150 fatalities from coconuts?
Yeah.
In a year?
Yeah, like each year.
What?
That happened. That's often.
That's 150 graves, 150 headstones, and we're kind of like in the funeral mode. Like that is crazy.
Yeah, it happens.
Imagine
dying. I
dying.
thought it was 300 though, but I guess it's 150.
Imagine dying like
because
that.
Because a coconut hit you on the head. That kind of sucks.
I wouldn't even want to go to my own funeral. Like, you know what? Don't even. Like,
that's how I went out.
Yeah, don't even. Just put me in the ground.
Imagine like you're on vacation. Like on the beach somewhere, and a coconut hits your head, and you die.
You fucking die. How are these things heavy? They're like bowling balls. I don't think I've ever held like a fresh coconut in my hand before.
But I know I have. They're not heavy, but because they're not easy to break. Like when Dad had to break it, he would have to hit it with like a hammer. Oh. So if it hits you hard on the head, plus from where it's falling from, those palm trees are tall. Yeah,
I would get it like. Obviously, watermelons don't grow on trees, right? But if a watermelon was that high and it hits you like that...
But a watermelon would break.
Oh, yeah.
A coconut won't.
Science.
It's
soft, right? It'll snap like...
Yeah. I mean, it'll still hurt.
It probably, but
it probably knock you out, too.
It might kill you, though. Might kill you. Right? Depending
but
on
it'll
the height.
break.
You should try that.
No.
Not with you, but like kind of see... I don't know. I'm over here fucking... We're never going to do it. I'm just saying we should try, but we're probably never going to do it.
We can put it on your head.
I have another subject here that I don't even know what the fuck... You just told me to write it down.
Me?
Yeah. What? Eagle's beak? What is that? I think you told me a story, but...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, hold on. I got to look
What is that?
Hold on. I remember that.
I should have wrote something more, but I just wrote... Eagle's
I have the video.
Beak.
So you didn't even remember?
Wait.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I'm trying to... It was something about it breaking or like being an old eagle or some.
Okay, so eagles live up to 70 years. So, no.
Oh shit.
Yes, 70
Okay.
years. And so at 40 years, their beak becomes like bent and like messed up. Their claws are not sharp enough, and their feathers are really thick. And they can't pick out their feathers because of the claws like already all messed up. And they can't hunt and stuff. So they have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
They can either like hit their beak on a like they can either break their beak completely off.
Okay.
Which is extremely painful for them. They can cut like they can remove their claws, and then they'll have to go through that painful process for like a couple years or whatever until they grow back, or they can just choose to die.
No way.
They make that choice.
I've never even heard that.
I saw it on TikTok.
Then it has to be true. It has to be true. It's not. Yeah.
TikTok is always telling the truth.
Yeah, no.
That's why they're trying to ban it, because they don't want us to know the truth.
We don't want. Yeah, they don't. The government is hiding the truth from you.
Even though the owner's from Singapore, not China.
Oh, that video was so stupid when they were like.
He's like, no, I'm from Singapore.
He's like,
I'm Singaporean.
So you're a part of the Chinese Communist Party?
I'm Singaporean.
No, dude, his
wife and kids are American citizens.
Do you know that person got elected by the United States? Like, we elected that idiot to represent us. And he just kept, you're Chinese, you're Chinese, you're Chinese. Like, to the point where I was like,
I'm Singaporean.
You're making all of us look like racist. Like, not all Asians come from the same place, bro. And so, yeah.
And he's even trying to become an American citizen. So technically, if he becomes an American citizen, like his wife and kids are, it'll be an American company, sort of.
No, that's not how that works. But yeah, so TikTok, from what I understand, and I'm gonna probably be wrong, and if I am wrong, well then you can kind of let me know. I'm sure eventually, like when we have enough people watching this, they're gonna be like, these guys are fucking idiots. They don't know anything what they're saying. But from what I understand, TikTok it started in China.
Yes.
But
when it was Musically.
Oh yeah, it was Musically.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Musically, and then
I don't
Musically.
know. Look it up.
So it was Musically, and then once Musically like wasn't really like a thing anymore, they upgraded it into TikTok.
Right.
And then
did like a brand change.
TikTok started like doing like.
Because Musically was like the thing where you could kind of lip sync.
Where you would lip sync the songs or like do like a dance to the song and stuff. But once it stopped like becoming a thing, because that was back in what, like 2013.
It was a while back. I remember Musically.
Because Eric was like 3.
Yeah. We made a couple Musicallys, like with me, Eric, and you.
Yeah.
And, but I don't remember what year it was. It was a while back.
Eric was young.
Do you have it?
So it says that it originated in Shanghai, China.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
See, and then when TikTok was gonna get banned the first time, they sold it to Singapore. They sold it to the person in Singapore.
Right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from what I understand, that TikTok also has an American branch where it's ran by like a company here.
Because they're here because they wanted it to they wanted it to be owned from people in America so that they could I don't know, just so that they wouldn't steal our information.
Do you want to know my theory?
What?
This is my theory. And it's conspiracy. Put your tin foil hats on.
Oh my god.
Because this is my theory. TikTok, obviously, as much as we say like, oh, I don't watch TikTok because I'm grown or whatever, everybody's on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
It's the number one app right now, like social media.
It's like even if you're not on TikTok, it comes out on Snapchat, on Instagram, all these TikToks, you're watching it.
But TikTok does not make the American government money, right? Facebook is an American company that creates revenue for the United States. Instagram is a part of Facebook. Snapchat is also an American company.
It's actually part of Meta now.
Yeah. Thank you. Meta. So Meta is like the Instagram, the metaverse, Facebook, all that shit. And then Snapchat is its own entity, but it's an American company.
Yeah.
We're not using those as much as we're using TikTok. And so the United States is trying to figure out a way to exile TikTok because it's affecting our economy. That's my take on it.
It makes sense though, because now you can buy stuff on TikTok. TikTok is also like promoting so many things that are way cheaper.
Yeah.
Than you can get at the actual stores on Amazon.
Yeah. But even American companies can get on TikTok and sell, which is like it actually helps our economy. But in the big picture of it all, and I think that's why congressmen, because I always think, and this I don't want to get too much into politics because we don't know.
I don't know much
shit
about that.
Politics, but I always know what I do know is every single senator, for the most part, has somebody behind pulling the strings, putting money in their pockets, and they vote like, okay, this dude kind of threw me a bone, so I have to make sure that Mark Zuckerberg is getting his money. I got to make sure that the owner of Snapchat is good because they funded my campaign or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what I think is happening, and they're just saying, oh, they're stealing your information.
Which is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, has not been proven.
Right, but
because TikTok. It would have been all over TikTok that like, hey, warning, like they're taking your information. I've never seen it.
All U.S. companies take our information.
Well, yeah.
So what are we worried about China? I'm more worried about somebody in the United States having my information than somebody in China, because I'm like, well, either way, you're screwed. No, either way, we're playing.
Because no matter what, it could happen anywhere. You can go to the gas station, swipe your card, and that little thing.
Yeah, you can get your identity stolen anywhere. Yeah. So I think it's kind of dumb. But I honestly, I think that's what it is. Is that it's not making United States money, and the number one, social media profiles were American for the longest time, and they're no longer.
Yeah.
And now the government is trying to intervene. That's just my opinion. Prove me wrong. But for now, I'm gonna keep my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep
also,
scrolling.
That's the thing. Like,
sending you TikToks all day.
Exactly. I would do the same thing. But I mean, if like they can just warn us, like they can just be like, like if it was because they're stealing our information, they could have just warned us like, hey, y'all, you need to be careful, because also
and then make it our choice, right?
If I want to use it, I don't
choice.
Exactly.
No, I don't want to get into that. No, because we disagree on that. But we'll leave it for later. No, we don't, right?
No, we don't disagree on that.
It's Stephanie.
Oh,
I hate that.
Stephanie
bitch.
will.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, we love my cousin. I love her sometimes.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Stephanie.
We gotta bring her on here.
We will. I think she'll be one of the.
It'd be a good debate with her.
Yeah, she was like,
she'll get upset.
I'm so down to be a guest, and we're like, we don't even know if we're gonna have guests. She's like, well, if you are, I'm down.
Tell her to buy the mic.
She can buy the mic. She doesn't buy shit. She doesn't even like, she's always bumming. She's one of those cousins that's like, you open a bag of chips and then she just stares at you and she's like,
I wonder what those taste like.
What are you eating?
Like a little kid.
Oh, what's that smell? Can I get some? And you're like, dude, no. Come on, don't be a jerk.
And we used to have to, she used to work with us full time.
Yeah.
We used to have to hide our snacks. Because we would all bring snacks, like, instead of, like, if we didn't have lunch that day or we didn't have time to have lunch, because it happened to a lot. Yeah. We didn't have time to have lunch. And we would just eat our snacks. And we would come back to the office hungry or thirsty or whatever, and our food is gone.
It's gone. Like, and she won't even leave you, like
a crumb.
Crumbs. She ate
or she won't even,
crumb.
like, offer to, like, replace it or, like, text us, like, hey, I'm going to eat your stuff, but I got you and something else or whatever. Yeah. No, she just ate our stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways.
But yeah, back to TikTok. Yes, they should have warned us.
We'll bring up, like, honestly, that'll probably be a good little topic to talk about when Stephanie's on the podcast of why she's always eating our shit.
But also about, like, the TikTok thing, about, like, the economy.
Yeah.
What about Temu?
But Temu's not here either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And neither is Shein. I'm
sure they're going to try to, like, take that down because Amazon. And...
They tried with Shein a bunch of times and it didn't work.
Is it Shein or is it Shine?
It's Shein. It's Shein. The person that created Shein, well, I call it Shein, but the person that created that app calls it Shein.
Why don't you say Shan if you know the fucking correct way to pronounce it?
It just sounds weird.
Shan. I think mostly everybody says Sheen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, no, Stephanie says Shein.
That's actually a really good point that you make, Eric. Like, I'm sure eventually that's going to be in the news pretty soon, like Temu.
But see, if it's not, it's because they just have a problem with TikTok. But also TikTok gives you a lot of information that the news doesn't. Like, Well, they do, but I don't watch the news.
Right. It's because that's where we're getting our information from now.
Yeah.
Social media. And I think maybe there's an issue with that too. CNN, I'm sure, is no longer being watched. Like,
yeah.
You know, I don't know
TikTok
anybody that watches the local news as much anymore, because it's like, okay, I already found out all this information on TikTok and Instagram and all this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I found out a lot more stuff on TikTok than anywhere else. And then especially Gen Z started like with the protesting, and like I think that's also an issue that with like the government and stuff, they're like, man, TikTok started problems that now we got to deal with it.
That's true. That might also be a thing. My thing is the money. It's always like somebody's in the pocket of somebody else, and that's the thing. But anyways, I think, are we at 30 minutes? It's been about.
It's been about 30 minutes.
It's been about 30 minutes. So let's call it quits for this episode. Because I think that was a good time. 30 minutes is a good time.
Yeah.
And the file size was so fucking huge that it took me forever to edit the video portion. The audio portion is so easy. Like, I have the audio ready like literally an hour after, right? But the video, I stayed up like, and then I also had to wait till the girls fell asleep, and then I did it like early in the morning, and then the girls woke up, and then, you know, anyways, but that's none of anybody's business.
Oh my
God. Yeah, so that's why we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes until we figure out a better way to edit these things. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2. Let us know if you want to hear anything else. We are going to try to figure out a way to film the next podcast. I don't know. But anyways, we're going out of town next week, and but
so we might take the equipment. We might just try to do it the day before or something.
We're gonna figure it out. But we kind of want to do it weekly until like we kind of create a buzz and people want to like to hear us. And then if we can keep it weekly, like we'll keep doing it. But yeah, I liked it. I like the weekly thing.
Yeah.
Because I already have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, let's limit it. So anyways, do you have anything you want to sign off with? Do you want to shout out your Instagram? Stop. I don't want to hear
that
the
gave
fucking
me the
ick. That's the ick. Oh, that's my ick.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. ASMR is my ick.
Oh,
if Sandy ever does ASMR, no, I'm kidding. I don't even want to go there.
Sandy.
No.
I'm telling her.
She's going to hear this.
Oh, man.
If she doesn't hear this, then that means she doesn't watch the full podcast from beginning to end.
Oh, so don't tell her.
I won't tell her.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Sandy, if you're watching this, mention it.
If you're not watching this,
he's going to be pissed.
You don't support me. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.